and were hanging to the side, so I didn't know if you were dead.
But that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Sure you are, fishing buddy. All right, show started.
Happy Friday.
Yay, it's Friday. Martin isn't here right now. He has company visiting, and he said he would be late to the show. So we're going to start without him. And Mephisto threatened that he was going to be here, but not totally sure. If he ends up showing up, that's great. If they're relying on me sending the invite.
I did the invite. Are you kidding me?
Over on Twitter, too?
Yeah. That's why I was complaining about Twitter being a cunt again, because it kept locking me out before I could send the message. And I'm just copy-pasting them once they're done on Facebook.
Well, I'm probably going to have to send it to him personally, because I don't know if he always gets the invites. Yeah.
No, he gets them from the group usually, because when he wants to come on, when he wants to come on, and the invites are not done 40, 50 minutes before the show, he's asking no link, always. So I know he gets them from there.
All right, where's Mephisto?
I have to say, Mel Gibson week is my favorite week so far. A lot of fun movies.
Yeah. Just in case, I sent him a private message.
Yeah, I know you don't trust me.
I don't know if... No, I don't trust him seeing. He asked me... I said he asks me to send him the links personally. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this is, of course, a woman I had a crush on for years. I love that woman, Catherine O'Hara. Dead at 71. It's really sad.
We don't know yet what was the cause, because 71 is not that old. So.
No, it's a big shock.
It is. It came out of nowhere.
You know, she made jokes a year ago about, you know, people are treating me so nice. Am I dying? And there was during an interview over that show, The Studio, with Seth Rogen, who I despise. But he actually made a funny quip to her, saying something like, he says, well, we didn't want to say anything, but the interviewer is actually a doctor. He's here to give you some bad news. And that was from 1 year ago. And here it is. She's gone. Age 71. That's sad. So who's all here? We got Gambit jumped in at 2:30. Hey, that's not way too early.
I made you a list.
Snorty. I also go and look. Thank you. Gambit, Snorty, Penny, Shirley, Slasher Fred, and James Jameson. Outstanding. Hi, Shirley.
I think Snorty has an issue with his greeting video. So we should play it for him.
Nobody drinks RC Cola anymore, man.
Yeah, also, fuck you. That clip is all we got for you.
And just to let you know, if you drink RC Cola, you're L7, man.
What is RC Cola?
You are L7. RC Cola, Royal Crown soda. It's sort of a Coke, Pepsi like product. Popular
I never liked Pepsi.
60s.
It just tastes off.
I think it's still produced. I just don't think you see it widely distributed.
Well, we have Coke and Pepsi, and then of course the individual store brands, usually the super cheap ones, which also taste off. So
this is
Cola I've never seen. And he insists on it. You're a stubborn bear, Snotty.
This is their website, RC Cola.
Yeah, I've never seen that logo anymore.
Been around for a long time. I drank it as a kid. "67 countries enjoy our brands." There you go. Also, I thought I'd share this with the audience. Question: what is the most anticipated lifesaver flavor in the American federal prison system? Answer: Don Lemon. And everybody told me he was tasteless. I said it's impossible. I've never met a gay man without some kind of taste. Squeeze the lemon.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to explain that joke to me, but I've never seen lifesavers before.
Yeah, she didn't know what lifesavers were, so I explained it to her. And once you explain a joke, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah, but now at least I get it.
Loses its punch. Yeah.
I don't want you to touch me.
Lemon squeezy. There you go.
No, she's allergic to lemons, I think.
Oh.
So that's her reaction to it. Better keep that away.
Yeah, it's like
she's like McKay from Stargate. Definitely allergic to lemons.
Well, that got brought up with a bit of jest, saying, just a reminder. It's not, that was why I disliked that show. Orange is the New Black, or whatever that show was, where they tried to normalize prison gay.
Yeah, that's Orange is the New Black.
It's like, no, that's not consensual for the most part. So why are you trying to normalize that? That was Jodie Foster. I was very disturbed she partook in that, trying to normalize gay prison gayness. It's like, that's usually against your will kind of stuff. So don't do that. Yeah. But anyway, we lost a wonderful woman today, and that's sad. Big shocker. I'll probably end up trying to do something for her before too long. So
we could probably fit her in whenever her birthday week is, to one of the shows for her.
I don't think I have her listed. That's the problem. I don't. I'll have to make.
No, we don't. We don't. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to find out what is her birthday week, and we can just switch her in for one of the shows. You know what I mean? Do her 3 and whatever actors listed, and then
her birthday is March. So.
Oh, we still haven't picked out the movies for March anyway. We could put him in the Bruce Willis week because you were struggling with picking movies anyway. Do one show on her and then the other 3 on Bruce. Just an idea.
Oh, man.
Yep, that was her. The Home Alone mom.
Yeah, I started watching that when I was 14, I think, 13 or 14, watching SCTV. I was 14. Yep. Oh, man. So we're going to be talking about Really, one of my favorite Mel Gibson films from the 90s that oddly seems almost forgotten today. It's like, it kind of surprises me. Conspiracy theory with
Julia Roberts and
yeah,
Patrick Stewart.
with Big Mouth. With Big Mouth.
Oh, it's scary how big it is.
And of course, yeah, Patrick Stewart, Mr. Big Nose.
He gets bitten and say nose. Slasher Fred says this movie feels very Hitchcockian.
It has its moments where it's like a Hitchcock film, but it kind of has its own little thing. And Anima really likes some of the behind the scenes stuff because Mel Gibson, as you know, is a notorious prankster.
And she knew that coming into this.
Yeah.
And he went wild on her. I was surprised, to be honest, that she was in with it because first day on set, he greets her with something nicely wrapped like a gift. And in it was a flash frozen dead rat. A real one. Shit like that. But she pranked him back, so they had great chemistry. Bad Snorty. Are you saying she has a fish mouth?
She has a big mouth, like a bass.
I haven't seen Taxi Driver / Fred, so is it a reference?
What?
The opening scene in the movie where Fletcher is driving through the city in a cab. He says that's a reference to Taxi Driver.
It could be. I mean, it's very similar.
I thought he's just a cab driver because that's one of the jobs where you just meet a lot of people.
It is. Now, one of the things we were curious about is like because the location used for the horses is a real place still in existence. It's Lion Share Farm in Greenwich, Connecticut, and it's owned by the United States Equestrian Team member Peter Leone. And he was the guy who coached Julia Roberts through all the scenes in the movies for all of her equestrian action gallops, how to gallop, how to steeplechase.
But you cannot find out the name of that horse.
Steeplechase is the name of the little fences they jump over. It's called steeplechase. And basically, we found out everything except for the name of the horse and the type of horse and
the breed.
Yeah. I thought maybe it was a Lippenstanzer, but I don't know.
Lipizzaner. No, it's not.
So I don't know what kind of horse it was. We couldn't find out, and I wish we could have. We really did do a deep dive trying to find out. Nothing is what we found out. Not a damn thing.
Yeah. I just like finding out about the animal actors that they used, and that horse was gorgeous. But yeah, not a Lipizzaner because they turn like fully white. They don't have black specks like the horse that she was riding. But I guess it's kind of a sanctuary. They don't just have horses there. They take in all kinds of animals.
You have other animals there that they take care of.
Release the name. It's just.
No. It was a few years apart.
What was?
The movies. Braveheart in this film. Because like he did Braveheart back in, was it 90, 92?
Something like that. Yeah, early 90s.
Oh,
Gambit says Taxi Driver is brutal. Do you think I can take it?
It's not that brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's by today's standards, it's a soft R.
Oh, okay.
It's the scene at the end where is what he's talking about. It's very violent. Harvey Keitel, big old shootout.
I'm fine with shootouts, you know that.
It looks like everybody's dead, kind of thing, but then the movie lies to you and shows you Travis Bickle back in his taxi cab driving. And some people have interpreted that as like maybe it's his version of hell that he goes to where he's a taxi cab driver. And I'm like, that's kind of jumping the shark, I think. I think it's very subtle ending that there's a potential that none of this fucking happened because Travis Bickle is an unreliable fucking narrator.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's the character telling you this story, and he's nuts. It's sort of like American Psycho. I said there is enough information by the end of that film that none of this happened. This is all in his head because he's crazy. Braveheart was 95. I thought it was 94.
So it was 2 years before this one.
Yeah. Good God.
A lot of people panicking, Penny, just because of a little bit of snow and cold. That's ridiculous. Pandemic taught them nothing.
What?
Penny says, I stopped off at Walmart to get some electric toothbrush heads, and the people have lost their minds. We're supposed to be getting some snow tonight into tomorrow. So I guess they're panic buying.
Don't even get me started on the shit here. Walmart was shut down for days because people emptied it out over our snowstorm. What a bunch of assholes.
You'd think they might have learned during the pandemic that there's no point to hoard shit.
Well, we have enough four-wheel drive here. Why are you panicking? It's fucking ridiculous.
You're not a third world country. Supplies are available. You might have to wait a day or two, but Jesus Christ.
All right, so let's get back to the 90s here. So Mel did Maverick, did Braveheart, then he did Pocahontas, and then he did a little film for Ron Howard called Ransom, and then he did a comedy with Billy Crystal and Robin Williams. It was a walk-on type role. He wasn't really in it. He's uncredited for the film Father's Day, which is not bad. And then he did Conspiracy Theory. And the same year he released Fairy Tale, A True Story, where he is off camera. You don't really see his face, as I recall, in that movie. You hear him, but it is him. And then a year later, they released Lethal Weapon 4, the worst of the Lethal Weapon films. I mean, still, it's like pizza. Like, man, that's not the best pizza I ever had, but it's still pizza, so it was good.
Yeah, no, thank you. By the way, birthday boy is here.
Hi, John.
I mean, Shanatsky. His birthday today.
I don't see Shanatsky.
I put his comment up there. He says Gert.
Oh, Gert. Yeah, I'm looking over to the right. Sorry, it's my habit of looking to the right. Wait, what's this one that started going bonkers? Well, he was married to a crazy, mean bitch, and that can drive you crazy. And if you've already got a drinking problem, drive you to drinking more. So that wasn't a trip he took all by himself. Yeah. There's a lot of fucking something going on behind the shit that he said. I don't think he was lying. when he said the
Who are
shit.
you talking about?
I'm talking about Mel Gibson when he went through his divorce, ugly divorce.
Oh.
And the shit she did.
Yeah, I've heard that was a dirty one.
Yep. It's an okay film. The Man Without a Face. It's not like, I mean, it's not great. It's just good.
Conspiracy theory, Shen?
I wouldn't be surprised. And I think one of the dumbest things I remember reading, and I went after people that said it. They said, yeah, the thing about booze is it shows who you really are. And I went, you clearly don't know what fucking booze does to a person. I grew up in an alcoholic family. I watched what it did. The people that, like the men and women in my family that were drunks, alcoholics, that's not who they were.
Yeah,
what it does is it frees the id. And the id isn't who you really are. The id is who you could be if you didn't fucking have self-control.
That's exactly, yeah. From my experience from working in the field, what it does is it completely lowers your filters, all of them.
And you say things that you would never fucking say.
Yeah.
I'm Scottish in 70% whiskey. Are you saying that you're 70% whiskey, that you're made from 70% whiskey? I'm sure that it's true that this opening scene is a nod to Taxi Driver in some way, but I don't think this film would want to be too well connected to something like that, because this film is a romp movie. It's a romp. It's a fun movie.
It is. He's so crazy.
A lot of comical overtones to it. Fred Mertz and Rosie O'Donnell. What's his?
He's talking shit about someone. Apparently looks like whoever he's talking to, his passenger there. I don't know.
No, I'm reading comments about Fred Mertz and Ellen DeGeneres. I'm trying to find that. Where is that? In the chat.
I just saw the two names in the fucking subtitles. That wasn't the comment pulled up.
Yeah, it was. That's what I commented on. Anyway, whoever you were referring to in the comment, please repeat yourself, because it's lost in the fucking chat. It's going too fast for me and I can't get to them.
It is really fast, but I can't find anything.
He would do it with, well, when you see something interesting, put a star by it. And the situation between Mel and his wife and their kids went nuts. Yeah, I don't want to go into that because I think it's a bad period. Nobody wants to be judged on their worst moment for the rest of their life.
Let me just put this up there for a bit.
Alcohol made me say Gary is a good man. Well, I guess that was the real you.
Must have been, yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure with as bitchy as she was, that she was probably not the most honorable woman.
Oh my God, Snorty. What do you know that I don't?
With his clothes on. Yep, there we go. That's not Snorty, that's D-Bud.
Oh, sorry. It was already gone.
Oh yeah, this is where he gets hypnotized by the lights and the guy screaming in the back.
I would not want to be a passenger in Mel Gibson's cab.
Yes, and Ransom is a remake of a film with Glenn Ford. I gotta say, I thought both were really good, both versions.
Yeah, I'm sorry I mixed you up, but I just saw Blue and the Wrench, and I haven't seen you yet. I'm operating on 3 hours of sleep here, guys, so please be nice to me.
I stopped off at Walmart to get some electric. Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, John Ostaines is here. Good to see you, my friend.
Calling me out for my F-bomb, of course. I just hope I got all your names, guys.
Look, I've seen him, and I'm glad he quit booze, and I'm so glad that Robert Downey Jr. stood by him, because he stood by Robert Downey Jr. when he was going through his shit with drugs and booze, and gave him a chance.
Yeah, still parts in Hollywood that are not fucked up. That's nice to know.
Unless you kill somebody, people need to let shit go. Yeah, Brian De Palma's Raising Cain owes a lot of the Master of Suspense. Look, anything Brian De Palma made owes everything to Alfred Hitchcock. Nobody stole from Alfred Hitchcock more than Brian De Palma. And what's worse is he tried to make himself out to be the heir apparent to Hitchcock's style, and Hollywood critics rejected his ass for that. I also like that this guy is the same character at the end of the film that he is at the beginning of the film.
Yeah, that was a funny little what the fuck moment. The whole ending, nice. To be honest. They lie to you in the end. And then they're like, nah, we tricked you. You fell for it. Ha.
Yeah, Robert Downey let it be known that after all that shit that went down with the cops, his arrest and his anti-Semitic statements while he was inebriated were all, water under a bridge, and people need to get past it. This is some shit that he said when he was completely plastered, and not by a guy who was like clear in his mind. And to stop acting like he should be held accountable for some shit that he said while drunk for the rest of his fucking life.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
just
people
wrong.
that are like that.
Don't hold their past against people who make every effort there is available to change. You need to give that to them.
Well, look, I like his hijinks, Gambit. He is a great history of pranking people. I like the pranks that he played on Jodie Foster.
Oh, what did you do to her?
I don't know. I forget all of them. This has been 30 years since I've talked about this stuff. I forgot. But I remember hearing about pranks that he played on her. Like, they made another movie together after Maverick called The Beaver. And
oh no,
he played some pranks on her in that. But they're friends. They're very close friends in real life.
Okay, now you surprised me. You mentioned a beaver and didn't pull the fugly thing up.
Yeah, I'm tired. The movie Charade is a very Hitchcockian film. In fact, it's a film that has been mistakenly credited to Hitchcock, and he did not direct that movie. And it is very Hitchcockian. It stars, it's got an all-star cast, but the two big stars are Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant. And it's a great fucking film. Walter Matthau is in it, James Coburn, George Kennedy. Good God, what a cast.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
They remade the film back in the 2000s called called is it The Trouble with Charlie? Was that it? It's not a very good film. It's got a good cast in it, mind you. Thandi, the English actress, shit. She's in Rock and Roll. I can't think of her last name. Anyway, she plays the Audrey Hepburn character. It's just not a very good film. Hi, Sally. Sally. Oh, man. So let's get these things done.
Pick yourselves up and Sally fuck! Sally fuck! Sally forth!
We will be watching closely for breaches today.
Oh, yeah. I already said before the show, I hope Snorty is on his A game today, because we got something good.
Charade with Audrey Hepburn, Cary Grant is a spy satire of George Kennedy's early films. Yep. And it commented on the gradual Bond trend that coincided a year later. Go figure. Yeah. Flatliners is better than the ugly remake. It's not that great a film, but it's also not horrible. I enjoyed the film.
I saw a trailer and it did not make me want to watch that movie.
It's who could go deeper into death is basically, and
that
try to make their way back. Also, I think there's kind of like the addiction to dying thing that's also in the film.
Yeah. I just was turned off by that.
Yeah, the comment on the lady that wears a blindfold.
Justitia, the goddess of justice, who is blind because she doesn't need to see. She reads people without her eyes.
She can hear the truth.
Here's a fun fact for you. We have that statue in front of our parliament, and she's turning her back on the parliament. I always like that.
Well, that's the way that she is in all places. When she's in front of a courthouse, she faces the street with her back to the courthouse.
Yeah, but that's a courthouse. We have her in front of the fucking parliament, and she doesn't want even to face it.
Wait, what are we talking about here, John? Did I miss something?
Whose newsletter?
Yeah, I don't know which newsletter you're talking about, buddy. Can you let me know?
Are you talking about Mel Gibson?
I didn't know if Mel Gibson had that. I fucking would have signed up for that years ago.
I don't see any other name come up.
Yeah, Bird on the Wire is a film I brought up to Emma a couple of times, and I really want her to watch that with me because I love that movie. It's not his best fucking movie, but god damn it, it was a lot of fun. Kiefer Sutherland, he was engaged to her when he was making that movie. And I can't remember. I swear to God, I know I read about it at the time, why their marriage didn't happen. Him and what's her name, Roberts, because Kiefer and she were engaged to be married. And I'm assuming he's a drunk and he fucked around on her is what I assumed happened. Mel's mailing in this movie. It's one pager he drops in different boxes. That's how I send stuff to Gary.
Oh, is it? I didn't know.
But I don't. It's not that I disagree with you. I don't agree with you, because I thought Mel put in a pretty good effort in this, but it's not some of his best fucking filmmaking. And I think he likes making movies like this.
He likes playing crazy.
Because it's hard work to do the other kinds of movies, no matter how, because like I didn't realize until I went back and fast forwarded through our episode about Braveheart. Wow, I really shit all over that movie. And the performances were really good in it, to be honest with you.
And we didn't shit all over them. We shit all over the things that they didn't get historically correct.
That's the problem with the film and why it's not high on my list. But he put a lot of fucking work into that role. And I got to tell you, buddy, I just don't think Mel or anybody wants to put that kind of fucking work day in all the time. I wouldn't want to. I kind of like it when I get to kind of phone in the work a little bit. And so I get what you're saying. I do. I totally get what you're saying. But I don't think he's quite mailing it in. I think he's actually having a goddamn good time doing it. It's sort of like when he did Payback. I think he enjoyed the shit out of making that movie. In fact, he enjoyed it so much, he made it twice.
He did?
Well, they had to reshoot a lot of it.
Oh, okay.
And I prefer the reshoot version. That's the theatrical cut. Because the director's cut is just dark and it's not fun. And that movie needed to be fun. Let's see, what is this? Bird on the Wire is far from the best movie, but it's a decent slope. No, it is. I like his fun films. I really do. I am a Mel Gibson fan because of that. It's like when we did Lethal Weapon, on Wednesday. Lethal Weapon 2, I'm sorry. Lethal Weapon 2 is one of those films again. He's kind of phoning it in. That's a character he doesn't have to work his ass off at. It's him. It's basically him being him. And I think he likes that, playing characters like that. And there's a lot of him in this character, the frenetic way he is. This scene is so fucking harsh.
Oh my God. Tape. It's almost as bad as the one in Marathon Man. Is it safe? Oh my God.
Well, I think this was an homage to that too. Just like the opening is kind of a visual homage to Taxi Driver. This scene is clearly an homage to Marathon Man. Look, they are the same movie, Snorty. They're exactly the same. His entire driving force. Both films driven to kill the English, but he wants no part in their war. And then they kill somebody he loves, and suddenly he wants British blood. Right? 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It's the same fucking movie. I swear to God. And I enjoy The Patriot to a certain point, but I also know the real historical character he's loosely based on. And I got to tell you, man, he was far more interesting a character in real life than the character that they wrote for Mel Gibson. Still enjoy that fucking movie, man. Great acting in that movie. Just a lot of fun.
By what name are you known?
There are some who call me
Tim. I interrupted the video. Yeah. How you doing, Tim?
The correct one, because he's not super late, so he doesn't get the fuck you, Tim one.
Yeah. In honor of Catherine O'Hara, Waiting for Guffman. That's a good film, man. Look, any of those films. I like the entire run of indie films they did. And that was not my favorite of them, but it's my second favorite of the 3 films. And I'm a big fan. I love Christopher Guest. And he also directed those, as I recall. Let me go check. man. Because I do believe he was the director of those films. Yeah, he was the director. So let's get up to it because I got to get back to it. There we go. Now we're getting in the right area. Wait, am I looking under actor or? Yeah, I'm looking under actor. Okay. So I haven't seen the sequel to Spinal Tap. I just haven't. I don't know. I just I got to feel mentally in the right place to watch stuff like that, and I'm not there right now with all the shit that's happened. But okay, A Mighty Wind was a lot of fun. That was in the group of films, the indie films that they were part of. Let's see, Best in Show. And I think of all of them, I think Best in Show is one of my favorites. And Waiting for Guffman is my second favorite. And I do believe that's the 3 films that he did. Am I correct? I think I'm correct.
No. You usually are.
Yep, it is. He did a trilogy of indie films, Christopher Guest as the director. And Waiting for Guffman, I mean, at the time, I fucking loved that movie back in 96. And but then he did the second film, Best in Show, and I fell head over heels in love with that fucking movie. And then he did A Mighty Wind, which I think was good. It's really good, but it's not as good as Best in Show, and it's not as good as Guffman. So it goes Best in Show, Guffman, and then A Mighty Wind are my 3 indie films that he did that I love, in that order. With sequel to Spinal Tap, there was also kind of what in 09. None of those really count. It's the Spinal Tap 2 movie that he did last year before he got murdered. God, just so much fucking dark shit. Wait, where are we at? Don't Shoot Me, but I hated Spinal Tap. No, man, everybody's got the right to their taste in films. And look, people are like me that are more open to things, and there's some people like you that just have shit for taste. Snorty. I'm teasing you, buddy. No, it's like if you didn't like it, I kind of get it. I like that movie. I put it right up there with I like the Ruddles movie. That was a parody to the Beatles. And I just like a parody film. It doesn't mean it's like my favorite film of all time, but I do like some of the gags in Spinal Tap. But I'm going to tell you what I liked about Spinal Tap. And I mean this. I fucking love those songs. Big Bottoms. How could I leave that behind? Come on. Living on a sex farm? Come on, man. This is great metal music with the tongue planted firmly in the cheek. I fucking love that shit. Let's see. Getting back to it. Helen Place is here. What's up? Hey, happy weekend. I hope you guys are going to have a good weekend. I really do. We've had a shitty week this week. Well, actually 2 weeks in a row. So I hope this weekend goes better for everybody. Oh my God. When I first saw Conspiracy Theory, the screen creeped me out. The scene. Oh yeah. Right out of, benign torture. Yeah. All of that shit. Right there with you, buddy.
I was surprised he tear his eyelashes out with the tape.
I like that her character has a certain amount of trust in him because you find out as the story progresses that he saved her life. And that's why she has trust in him. I'm on the same field when it comes to loving Mel Gibson as an actor. You can say that it's an admiration. No, it absolutely is. I admire the man. And I will tell you, I've watched every iteration of Hamlet, including in the original Klingon. And
oh my God.
That's a little Star Trek. It's a Star Trek Twitch joke. Anyway, Mel Gibson, for me, put in the best performance of Hamlet, where he seems really fucking on the edge of losing it.
You mean better than Arnold?
Arnold's just like, look, man, I pray that Arnold has the balls to make a Hamlet full movie.
Yes, please. That would be awesome.
I would love that. I would fucking love that. I love that man so much, despite his fuck up, his faux pas. We'll say faux pas. Oh, wait, what was this? I'm in the same field. Yeah, okay. Julia Roberts was in the underrated movie musical Everyone Says I Love You, directed by Woody Allen.
Oh.
I don't know the film, and I thought I knew every Woody Allen film. Snorting to the pit. To the pit with you.
Here's another snow sufferer for you, Gary.
Spent the whole week digging out my car and walkway today. I got stuck in the fucking snow today because the tires are balding on the truck.
Yeah, and you don't even have a shovel, so there's
no shovel. Well, to be honest with you, when you're digging on gravel, shovels don't always work. And having dug a lot of snow in my life with shovels, I can tell you that. Well, when did this happen? My brother snorted Pippa's Cuba. I thought Coke was their beverage.
Of choice. I thought you read typo. This is very disturbing on a new level.
Yeah.
Are you typing with your butt cheeks, Matthew? What is this? This is difficult to read.
No, he's a double amputee. He's typing with his stumps.
Oh, I see.
Which is pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I can still read it. You are kind of helpless with it.
Rob Reiner's Spinal Tap 84. Boy, does tension rise up in that movie. When those fucking miniature Stonehenge stones come down with the little fucking dwarves, I fucking lost my shit.
Oh, ouchie, Clay.
Well, I'll tell you what, he put some liberals in their place recently, including on The View. Put them right in their place. That made me feel good. Like maybe he's trying to get back to where he's supposed to be. Hamlet, 1990, a masterpiece, highly regarded film. Look, man, I just love Franco Zeffirelli's films. I do. Nobody does Hamlet quite like Zeffirelli. And the Tales from the Crypt episode, top billing. Yes, that one again. Yeah. Louise Fletcher's character says to John Lovett's character that Mel Gibson can do Shakespeare because he has the look. He has the look.
Oh, God. Thanks.
Yeah, Arnold's a great actor, but his sanity ran away from him. Yeah, when he said, fuck your freedom, I would have loved to have, I would have been right in line to kick him right in the junk for that. It's like, fuck your freedom, prick. E. Clay Thomason, when he sobered up and saw what he did, or better, who he did, they probably shriveled up. Hey, I will say this, D, but I was told she was actually hot when he was banging her. It's just that once we found out who the maid was, she was old. So very sorry for my prosthetics. Being able to read my too fast typing. Oh man.
I mean, I understand Martine too, so I'm pretty good at making sense of difficult to understand stuff.
Yeah, look, Arnold's never going to be back. He's never going to be back. He waited too long. It was the 2000s up to 2010. And that was when he was governating. The governor.
I think that was also when he began to attend the climate conference in Vienna, because I was thrilled when I found out that he was coming to Austria, to Vienna specifically, and then I found out why. And I'm like, yeah, I'm probably flying in a private
If you
jet.
didn't spend years in college, like people like me, spent years in college studying this shit, the sciences, climate, you're easily lulled into this stuff. And I can see why somebody like him might get lulled in it, because you trust your advisors, and the advisors are the worst fucking people for you if you don't hire the right ones. Especially bad comment considering Arnold's father. Yeah, I don't want to say too much about Arnold, but Kyle. Anima didn't get that one. Let me do it again. See, Kyle.
I'm just not gracing it with a reaction.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah, his daddy was a brown shirt.
Well, who wasn't back then? They kind of had to.
Well, some people fled.
Not everybody could run away.
Like a lot of people fled to South Africa, of all places.
Yeah.
Loved how Mel Gibson was defiant right up to the very end. No, he refused to give in because he knew it was her life. Deep down, even though he wasn't piecing it all together, that what it came down to was her life. And there was no way he was going to let her die. And I love it when he wasn't even sure that he was the one that killed her father. But then he finally remembers. He goes, I didn't hurt him. We became friends. Said the guy who killed her father. No.
Let me be the Mexican here.
Yeah, Maria Shriver. Good God, she became Skeletor, right? Good. Am I the only one that feels that she looked like Skeletor? Like I can understand running away from that. Mel is always a good example of the fine line between brilliance and batshit crazy. Well, I think he has controlled crazy. There's something so amazing the way he can do it. And it's bottled up insanity that he pulls out. And it's fucking awesome. He did it with Mad Max. He's done it with a lot of characters. So very sad for Arnold. Would have been epic returning as Conan. He had that opportunity, man. And I think we've passed it. I don't think health-wise he could do it now. I really don't.
No, he's too old.
And it makes me sad because we were promised King Conan and never got it. But that's a story for another day, right?
Yeah.
It was a sad day when we lost Mako, too. What a great actor, Japanese actor. The world's biggest patsy. Who, Patton Oswalt?
I think that's what it means.
I'm teasing. Anyway, she sounds like Skeletor, too. Yeah. Look, she's a Kennedy. She's a Shriver, but they're still Kennedys. No, I think he fell into the wrong groups early on. And so he's always been given bad information. And he trusted Dr. Fauci is another mistake. Like, I don't think he remembers what Fauci did during the HIV virus days. That guy got, I would say, upwards to about 1 million, maybe more, dead because of him. And how he's not in prison over that, I don't know. Everybody was aware of it, that he was wrong with AZT and all that shit. Never understood what happened with Maria Shriver, where she was very pretty up until Arnold became governor. Well, it's something that happens to toothy bitches, you know. They look good when they're young, and then all of a sudden they hit 35 to between 35 and 50, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you know, you turn and look at them, and it's like you're looking at death has come after you.
I think it's the pressure, because the more public figure you get, the higher the pressure is to look good, and that's when they turn to plastic cosmetics.
And unhealthy diets. And Arnold is presumably 78 years old, so it's not kosher for him to be acting holier than thou.
Oh, okay.
So we got Matthew Marcillo has joined us. Of course, our dear friend Tim, and Helen Place is here. And of course, our good buddy, E. Clay Thomason. By the way, on one of the bookshelves up there, the file cabinets, there's a photo of Patrick Stewart as Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge.
That's he's doing the reading, yeah.
And I am guessing that the only way you're ever going to be able to see that is in 4K.
Man, his apartment is crazy. Like, he's covering the windows. He's putting in fireproof walls. His fridge has a fucking padlock, and everything that's in there is in metal boxes with padlocks on it.
Oh, no question, James. No, I'm a very base dude. But the simple fact is Fauci absolutely did some evil shit. He was directly involved with the Wuhan lab. He lied under oath that he wasn't. And we've got the paper trail that proves he was. Money exchanged. But yeah, Maria Shriver spoke too. I didn't know that. So there you go. The actress who plays Alice's secretary kind of looks like Gina Davis, who is also in the classic newspaper movie Fletch. Talk about newspaper films, journalism films. I Love Trouble with Nick Nolte and Julia Roberts. Woo! Talk about two people who hated each other to death while making a movie about love.
That sounds like a pain in the ass.
Well, we appreciate that, Matthew, and we like having you here, buddy. He absolutely, I mean, it wasn't out of his pocket, but he was the one who got them funding. Yeah, Fletch, I got to tell you, I love both of those films. The first and second Fletch films with Chevy Chase. They're funny. I watched the new one with Ham. It wasn't like he didn't give it a shot. He did. It's the writing was pretty bad. Well, if Arnold can come back to doing movies again, it's fine and dandy. But as for of now, opportunities are very rare.
I don't think he's physically fit enough anymore. He was going through shit with his heart. He had problem with, I think, a shoulder or something. That's when he was in the hospital with Stallone together. And they posted that selfie. They both in a bed.
I like both Fletch films. Are you talking about the new one, James? The new Fletch film with Ham, John Hamm? On a funny note, I remember thinking, where does he sleep when him and Julia first goes into his apartment? Probably the floor.
Yeah, or a small, uncomfortable couch or recliner.
I just got a copy of that 2 days ago, Penny, and I want to watch it with Anima. And I'm hoping that maybe right after the show tonight, we can squeeze it in, because I've been wanting to watch it all week. Because I got to tell you, I don't like Batista. I don't think he can act. He has one role he's good at, and that's as Dax or Drax or whatever he's called in the Guardians and Marvel films. I don't think he can act with a shit. And but this looks like a fun movie.
Momoa seems to like him because that's not their first cooperation. They seem to like doing shit together.
Well, I love fucking Momoa. I just do. I don't know what it is. It's he. First of all, he makes his own tomahawks and fucking throws them, and he's a beast. And he fucking drinks Guinness, and it's like it's hard to not like somebody that does that. So,
he's a nature guy, and he pranks his colleagues too. Remember what I told you from the convention?
Oh, you made a Flex joke? Oh, I missed it, man. I'm sorry, buddy. AI Arnold Schwarzenegger will be... yeah, okay. The Chevy Chase one. Okay, James. I agree with you. That's the ones that I like, the first two. The second one's got Arlie Ermy as an evangelist. It's fucking funny. Arlie Ermy is an evangelist, for God's sakes. Unless he forced to direct the video releases. Look, I hate the Fubar series. He's got his own show.
Oh, it's so bad.
Netflix. And people are like, yo, Gary, give it a try. I said, I watched season 1. It was awful.
I didn't even get past the first episode.
Julia Roberts was also in underrated comedy called Something to Talk About. No, I like that movie. That's with Dennis Quaid. Fletch, not Fletch. Gotcha. In February 2022, Arnold said that he has been about 80% plant-based in the past 5 years of my life. And in 2025, he said, eats mostly plants. That can be healthy if you fucking do it correctly. The problem is you're going to lose mass.
That's probably why he's doing it, because he was a bodybuilder and that causes heart problems. So he was probably told to go on a diet where he loses muscle mass. So also his heart reduces in size, because that's a problem when it gets too big.
Bautista was a terrible choice for Highlander. Even though I haven't seen it yet, I'm siding with you on that equally, because when they said it, I went, oh. I literally sighed like that. Oh. Because it's not who I see as the Kurgan. He won't have the animation of fucking Brown when he played the part of the Kurgan. Clancy Brown's just the shit. I have never watched Fletch because I don't like Chevy Chase, but I have had several people tell me that he's actually good. No, I'm going to tell you something. You can dislike him and still enjoy him. I used to not be a big fan of his. That is changing because I finally watched this new documentary, and it gave me a whole different look on who he is. And the name of that documentary is I'm Chevy Chase and You're Not. It is surprising how that hit me. I mean, it's not as good a documentary as John Candy, I Like Me.
Oh, that was heartbreaking to watch.
Because that's such a personal thing. But at the same time, there's a lot of personal shit in this that shows Chevy Chase from a different side that a lot of people didn't see. And only the people that are close to him and that were in his life saw. And so I now have a different opinion because I tend to, D-Bud, to listen to guys like Kevin Smith, badmouth him, and other people. And when I probably shouldn't have. Don't listen to these people. Because I'm telling you, Kevin Smith is nothing more than a walking pussy. That's all he is. Just
yeah, he likes to cry. Pretty Woman was way before that movie, though, was it, Gary?
What's that?
Slasher Fred says Julia Roberts later became known for appearing in the movie Pretty Woman. I thought that was like in 89, 90?
I was right about 89.
This one.
Yeah, it was. 89 is when she became a star. The year she did.
Pretty Woman was her breakthrough. Yeah. I did get that right. Everyone
should watch an F. Poon's Vacation. It's hilarious. I'm going to tell you something. Christmas Vacation is my absolute favorite film. I love that movie. And I enjoy the first two, Vacation and Summer Vacation and European Vacation. But I love Christmas Vacation. It is a classic movie for the holidays. And I will watch it every year. Let's see, where are we now? Okay.
I really want to see the European one. I'm curious.
Look, something happened towards the end of the 80s where he kind of lost his mojo. And I think it was... watch the documentary, D-Bud. Watch the documentary, and they show you when things went awry and kind of give you a reason why. So have a watch of that. And I would like to know what you think of it, D-Bud, because I think it's a very good documentary. Sleeping with the Enemy, did not like that movie. Absolutely had traces of Hitchcock in it. And it's not that I hated the movie. It was a nothing film for me. You need to be able to connect with the protagonist in films, and I could not connect with Julia Roberts' character because I would never allow someone to get me in a relationship like that and not walk the fuck away. Which, Anima knows that I did. And I left. I just disappeared. Okay. And it was weeks before somebody noticed that I was even gone.
Yeah.
That's how important I was.
That is so wild to me. How do you not realize that when somebody walks out of your life?
There you go. It's what you're focused on. And it wasn't me. Let's see. Sasha Fred, have to keep those towels lined up. Okay. And that's another thing. Okay. I'm OCD. And it's making people with OCD sound like we're bad people, and we're not. It really does. It makes it OCD. Sleeping with the enemy with the towels and everything. And
I haven't seen that one.
He's OCD. The character's OCD. And that's not what makes him a villain. What makes him a villain is that he's abusive, psychologically and physically. And but they give him an OCD, and I'm like, hey man, don't make us all look bad. That's fuck you.
We're just weird. We're not bad.
Pretty Woman came out in 1990, made in 89, released in 90. Sounds about right. Foul Play has Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase. Yeah, absolutely. It's also the film that introduced Dudley Moore to America. Bet you didn't know that, Gambit, without looking it up. Nope, Batista is not that cute. No, he is not. But absolutely. I did like him. I liked him as Drax in the Guardians films. I fucking thought he was so fun. When he laughs at Quill when Quill gets hurt, I just think that's so fucking military. That's the sort of way army people are. It's like you get hurt, but you're not hurt badly and you're not dead. It's fucking funny. And that's how we are.
Okay.
Well, I was telling you, the guy that does those little videos, he's talking to himself, but he's actually, he's playing two characters in this video having a conversation. You mean you make fun of people right to their face? Yeah, and we say nice things behind their backs. That's a veteran for you, or a military person for you. He says, and we make fun of you if you get hurt. Now, if you get hurt so bad that you lose a limb or something, we'll chill the fuck out. But then when you're on the recovery, then we'll start making fun of you again for getting hurt. And it's true. I've always liked Chevy Chase. I know he had a lot of back problems.
That is why I like to sneak in on the late night shows, Gary, when you're on with somebody else and I sneak into the chat to catch you saying something nice about me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing it.
Irritates the shit out of me. She slipped into one show I was on with Zach's. Or was it Zach's? Was it Zach's? And I told you to go to bed. No, it was deleted scenes. Yeah, I said, go to bed. You're not allowed to be up watching me talk about you. I must be crazy. I'm on a pilgrimage to see a moose. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. That's Summer Vacation. I love that movie. I loved all the vacations. I just said it like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Vacations. I'm good to go on a vacation. Yeah, St. Louis, man. Let's see. Julia Roberts had guest starred in the 5th season of Miami Vice. I don't remember that.
Really?
No, I don't. There were quite a few people that I found out later had guested on there, and I don't remember it. And I'm like, did I miss the episode? Because I thought I saw them all, but I went and started watching the series over again, and I'm like, there's a lot of episodes I fucking missed and didn't realize I missed them. I was in rock, a few rock bands in the 80s, and that's probably why. So funny, my friend. Let's see. Chevy Chase may not have been everybody's golden boy when they grew up, but he had a style of his own. And Ryan Reynolds is the illegitimate child of Chevy Chase. All of his comedy is based off of Chevy Chase. A little bit of Bill Murray, a hint of it. Some good rumor news. Supposedly production on Star Trek Academy has stopped. Well, what I read earlier today is that the
It's
studio,
been canceled. That's what I've seen.
Skydance, is pissed. Those were the exact words, that the heads over at Skydance were pissed at the production for, some of the shit that's happening online about the show, that it's getting so much fucking hate from even friendly critics and fans.
Yeah, nobody likes that shit.
Some good
Big
rumors
shocker.
is Matthew, grandma's dog, poor pooch. Oh my God. Grandma, for God's sakes. Fuck the dog. I mean, yeah, the dog. Yeah, Look, Summer Vacation has some dark shit, and almost all of it is based in reality. That's the thing about that movie. When you watch that film with me, Anima, just remember a lot of the shit that is in that story is based, maybe a little loosely, maybe tongue planted in the cheek, firmly in the cheek. But the fact is, it's all based in fucked up reality of stuff that happened to his family. And
yeah,
he
you
would
told
write
me that
about
with Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, he wrote short stories for the Harvard Lampoon about his fucked up family and their holiday jaunts. And that's what inspired the movies. Oh, yeah, that's right. Julia Roberts, I think, played a government witness whom Crockett and Tubbs were assigned to protect and nail. Pretty good episode and nice early role for her. Pretty cool. All right. Julia Roberts. Oh, I've seen the Julia Roberts Family Guy one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like Peter Griffin is Julia Roberts is my favorite.
What?
Oh, yeah. They're making fun of the movie Pretty Woman.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. The late Dudley Moore from England. I think that Jerry is aware that the pizza is bugged. He says to Alice to leave it in the car.
Yeah, when he asks her to meet her and bring a pizza.
I found Dudley funny and Arthur. Man, look, I love that movie. Anima watched that with me, and she laughed throughout that movie.
Help me. Which one was that? Arthur?
That's where Dudley's the rich kid that never grew up, and he has the snotty English butler. He says, will you draw me a bath? To the butler, and he says, if you want, I will wash your cock.
Oh, God, that one, yeah.
No, he says, I suppose you want me to wash your cock.
Yeah, that was funny.
That movie just fucking slayed
Not my
me.
typical movie that I would like. I was surprised, but yeah, that was funny.
Well, it's a heartfelt comedy. I like heartfelt comedies. When the cops stop Clark and is already to throttle him is too funny. Yeah. It wasn't that Keach. Wasn't that one of the Keach brothers that played the cop in that? National Lampoon Summer Vacation. I got to look that up because I'm trying to remember who played the cop in that. And one of the greatest running gags in all the vacation films is every movie, the kids were different actors.
Which is so weird because in the ones that I've seen, the kids were great. Why not recast them?
Fuck, man. Frank McRae was in that. National Lampoon Summer Vacation. My God, that's Jane Krakowski as Cousin Vicky in that movie. Fuck off. I did not know that. But anyway, they're all based on John Hughes's personal family stories. I was right. It's James Keach. Man, I've not seen this movie in years. James Keach, which of course is hilarious because once again, he plays a cop in the Bill Murray's little brother's movie, Moving Violations. And I love that movie. Anybody else in the chat love that fucking movie? Moving Violations. James Keach. And I forget Christopher Murray. I think it is Chris Murray. It's the youngest brother. Ding Dong in Leslie Phillips' voice with Dudley and Tin. You know, I'm not that big a fan of that film. I've seen the movie. And I was like, okay, I prefer some of his other films, like SOB. Keith and I talk about this all the time. We are both big fans of SOB. Pizzas John Candy played a guard at Wally World. Yep. In fact, that's a character he created for SCTV. He used the exact same character that he does on that weird voice guy. Well, I've got to tell you, Will Shucks is a character that he played on not SNL, but SCTV. It was kind of fun to see Patrick Stewart play a villain. I loved it when he bit him in the face.
That was very satisfying.
Not sure Pete and Dud was ever shown in the U.S. Later on, Hail and Place, later on they were, because I was aware of them because I lived in the U.K. for a year. And I knew who they were. In fact, I saw the movie when I was in the U.K., Bedazzled. And I'm a big fan of that movie. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I hated the Brendan Fraser version, because it's actually pretty good, but it is not the original. The original is by itself a classic comedy. Being There is a film we are going to do, Gambit. I promise you this. It will happen.
Brought that up.
I fucking love Being There. Chauncey Gardner. I'm Chauncey the Gardener. His name is Chauncey Gardner. No, the Gardener. You kids are growing up so fast, I hardly recognize you, Clark Griswold. And that is one of the in-house jokes, exactly. It's like, I hardly recognize you. Russell Brand didn't come close to perfect. No, I hated his version of Arthur. It was awful. And I like Russell Brand. I mean, I'm not a fan of his or anything, but he did one movie, Get Him to the Greek, I thought was hilarious. Also, he was just the right amount of shithead in the movie Forgetting Sarah Silverman. Was that it? Forgetting Sarah, whatever it was. Because I like that movie too, with the Greek girl from that 70s show. Mila Kunis.
All right, yeah. She's pretty.
What? Julia Roberts. I hated Picard.
Did she?
The National Lampoon's European Vacation. I don't know. I think that he's fucking around. Has got some swell French titties. Also, my favorite gag in that film is them hitting Eric Idle and how polite he is about being hit. Okay. No. Think nothing of it. I'm just fine. Nothing that a little tape and cotton won't take care of. Yeah, that's it. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I like that movie. All right, where are we in the chat? There we are. Hey, Harry Connick Jr., big fan. Surprised everyone when he played a sadistic killer in Copycat. Look, I like Harry Connick Jr. as an actor. I think he is not appreciated. He's appreciated as a singer, pianist. He is not appreciated for his acting. He has done some. Hope Floats, for Christ's sake. Hope Floats. If you've never seen this movie, treat yourself to at least one romantic comedy that's worth watching. Hope Floats.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of rom-coms, so.
It's not a rom-com.
romantic comedy?
It is a dramedy more than anything because it's got serious stuff in it.
Okay.
And I just thought that Connick fucking nailed it as the guy that every girl wishes existed. His character. Just a complete gentleman. Yeah, John, I'm telling you, that's a great fucking movie. I fucking love it. The whole Dracula puppet musical was so insane. Like, what the fuck? I also like his other film where before he gets married, he has to get a best friend, find a best friend because he doesn't have one. His wife is his best friend, Paul Rudd. And he goes out there and meets that guy. I forget his name. He's in Shrinking, the main character in Shrinking, the dad.
Jason Segel?
Yeah, Jason Segel. Jason Segel, because he co-writes these movies. And he and Paul Rudd made the movie together where I can't remember what it was called, Bromance or something like that, but it's so fucking funny. The original, wait, I saw something. Oh, there it is. The original Arthur film also had the Academy Award-winning love song, written by gay songwriter Peter. Oh my God, I normally can remember this guy's name. He's a real, because his name, Peter, reminded me that he acts like Peter Pan, because he's kind of light in his loafers. And, but he wrote some really great music. And he wrote the song with Christopher Cross. And it was a hit. And one of my favorite moments, treat yourself to this, Matthew, go over to YouTube and look up Dudley Moore, Christopher Cross performing Arthur's theme. Dudley's on piano. It is, I just got goosebumps saying it. It's a beautiful rendition of the song, and Dudley is an amazing, accomplished pianist. Poor Eric Idle is basically body cast the whole movie. I know, right? He just keeps getting hurt. It's the running gag of the movie. Oh, I love that movie too. It's historically inaccurate, but I still like that movie, man. Let's kick the tires and light the fires, Big Daddy. That's right. Independence Day. ID4.
Yeah, we did that.
My favorite moment is when he's kneeling on one knee and he's holding the container for the ring, and the guy walks by and sees him. And he goes, okay. Just walks away because it looks like he's proposing to Will Smith.
My favorite moment is when Will Smith is dragging the alien in his parachute and kicking at him and swearing.
What does that smell? And the answer to that was real because he was really not.
Yeah, happy. I know.
Because those salt flats stink.
Scene. Oh yeah.
The salt flats smell so bad.
The sunburns down your heart is in this fucking uniform. That was a miserable scene to shoot.
Let me tell you something, James. It's also one of mine. And that is when I do Jack Nicholson, I'm doing that Jack Nicholson. Like, there are Jews at my table. You know, the things he says in that movie is so fucking funny. You know, and when you go into his apartment, will you make sure to open his curtain so he can look out into the world and see that the place that God has made is wonderful. Where did they teach people like you to talk like that? In some Panamanian sailor won a hump bar? Or was this your last shot at the boss's whiskey? Go sell crazy somewhere else. We're all stocked up here. I fucking love it.
But the best scene, though, is how do you write women so well?
Yep.
That's my favorite.
I think of a man, and then I remove accountability and reason.
Yeah. Like, and her face just falls.
Yeah, she goes from this.
Oh, you're an asshole, and I idolized you. Great fucking moment.
Very lovable and sweet, and hope floats. And Sandra, oh yeah, there. You've seen it, Matthew. You know what I'm talking about. That's a good damn movie. I think one of my favorite other films, kind of that country western feel to it, that came out a few years earlier, called Murphy's Romance. with James Garner and Sally Field. Very good movie. We'd better not forget Patrick Stewart in this movie. Oh, he's in this? Paul Rudd should remake Back in Me. Oh my God, dude. And then promote it with playing clips from the original film and not his remake. Yeah, that's great. I was going to write Patrick Stewart. Like you were going to write him a letter, Gambit?
No, he misspelled again, but we know what you mean. We read typo. You know that.
I got to tell you, I met him and didn't much care to say hi to him.
Why not?
I walked by because I was a guest at Comic Palooza. Remember, I was there because Bernie Wrightson was sitting next to me. And we spent so much time talking about the old days of comics, as working with Frank Frazetta and the guy that inspired me the most in comic art, which is Al Williamson, And I didn't give two shits. The only person I stopped to talk to, two people, because we were already, I was friends with Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca from Star Wars. I've known that guy for years. And I'm the actor who played Potiphar from Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. He's also on the TV series that you and I watched religiously, Doc Martin. He was the old guy that owned the little cafe.
Oh, yes.
Fat guy. And he was sitting there. And I saw him, and nobody was in line to sign for him. And I walked over and I said, and I just started talking about some of the stuff he'd been in. And I said, I loved you as Potiphar. You were so good in that musical. I said, you were in the musical version we saw at the University of Illinois when you came there with Donny Osmond. And I said, I just fucking loved you in that. You were great. And not to mention on Doc Martin, part of the reason we started watching that show is you.
I was so sad when that show ended. And then we got that one bonus Christmas
They've been talking
version.
They've been talking about bringing it back.
They didn't bring it back for Christmas, though.
Yeah, but they've been talking about bringing it back because it's so beloved and missed right now because the BBC puts out garbage. Let's see.
Like everybody else.
I'm with you, James Jameson, and Anima. As Good as It Gets might be one of the only rom-coms I really like.
Yeah, I'm super picky with rom-coms. Ask Gary.
John only likes it because of all the anti-Semitic jokes in it.
I can't believe you said that without Mephisto here. You say that without Mephisto being here.
Peter Allen. Thank you, Matthew. That's who it is. Peter Allen was once Liza Minnelli. Liza Minnelli was his beard for a while. We'll just put it that way because he was quite gay, like openly gay. Great songwriter, great musician, composer, just I think he's a very creative guy. And again, he was also one of the victims of AIDS. I think Memphis Belle would be a better movie if it was about a fictional bomber highlighting things. Well, that's exactly what they should have done, Snorty. And I agree with you. That movie, because they fictionalized it by it was like Mulligan Stew. And when you do that, do like Platoon and make it about a fictional platoon having all that shit happen to him. Now, I wholly agree with you. I think it would have been such a better film if it had been a fictional bomber. So many good lines from that movie, like when Jack said, "Think white, get serious." Oh, no. Like Doc Molasses. Come on. He has some of the most racist fucking lines in that movie. They're hilarious. Burt Bacharach, another great one. Yes, I'm a big fan, Gambit, of Burt Bacharach. I thought Peter Allen wrote that. Was it Burt Bacharach? Oh, man, I got to look that up, man.
Sorry, I'm no help at all with this.
No, basically, I'm Wikipedia running on Windows 95.
Is that why your video is freezing all the time?
No, it's freezing right now because I'm in the other window.
No. Well, it also does it every time you go on IMDb because that's a data hog.
Holy shit. Okay, so Peter Allen was the fourth person with writing credits on it. So it's Christopher Cross, Burt Bacharach, Carol Bayer Sager, and Peter Allen. That's really good. Yeah, I fucking love that song. Thanks for looking that up, Gambit. Dudley and Liza Minnelli are unbeatable with their screen kiss and Arthur. You know what? And she did a movie with De Niro that was actually pretty good, where his character plays saxophone, and he learned how to key the saxophone. He's not really playing, but he's keying correctly. And he's pushing in the right buttons.
But that's usually what they teach them with wind instruments, because the mouthpieces are so difficult. You can't just learn them like that for a movie. Same with string instruments. Learn them to play it. They sound okay.
I'm going to say the word. I'm going to say the word. You guys laugh all you want to. He was just really good at fingering.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's what it is. You can learn so much on the piano, but certain instruments are just pretend.
Oh, you've seen that one, Matthew. It is great. That is a great fucking video of him playing piano for him. Christopher Cross is one of those guys who fucked his own career. He let the people talking in his ear have too much influence on him. He fired his band and thought it was all about him, and he nosedived.
Interesting question. It is a very close call.
Nicholson, I don't think Nicholson does crazy. He is crazy, but he's different. While Mel Gibson is lightning in a bottle. When he performs his crazy, he plays it like lightning in a bottle.
Nicholson nails the crazy eyes. Gibson isn't that good at the crazy eyes, but he brings across the crazy.
I don't know. Let me check on that. Dudley Moore, because he knew a lot about music theory. Because he was on a show and I heard him talking to another composer and he understood theory. And I'm like, usually that's somebody who was classically trained, but I'm not going to say so. Dudley Moore began learning piano at age 8, persuaded by his parents to start piano instead of violin, which had been, I mispronounced on purpose, with his initial preferences. They also wanted him to play the piano because they thought it would tamp down his increased interest in playing with himself.
I'm not sure about that, but I'm all for parents. I'm all for parents encouraging their children to learn anything else but the fucking violin, because that one's painful for years to listen to.
See, Zoe, that's what Zoe learned, and she was starting to get good. He developed rapidly, earning a scholarship to, here we go. He went to an actual music school. So, he was formally trained. That explains why when I watched that interview, he started talking theory with this composer. And I was like, he had to have some kind of formal training. So, he's not self-taught. He went to school for it. I met David Prowse. Oh, Doc Martin is great. I met David Prowse when I was do you know who created Doc Martin? Oh, let's do a little Q&A.
Dude, you are so ADHD right now. I just can't. I'm fighting to stay awake here.
Well, that's what carries the show. So I'm going to pause that. I'm sure I'm frozen right now.
Yes, you are.
start a poll. Who created Doc Martin? Oh, wait, I got to get this guy's name. I fucking forgot his name. There it is. Okay. I'm getting it set up, guys.
Well, I would tell you, but that kind of takes the thing of the poll away.
And please don't cheat. And there you go, guys. You have a new poll. The question is, who created the character Doc Martin? And your options are Billy Connolly, Frankie Boyle, Craig Ferguson. I met David Prowse when I was at primary school when he wasn't being Darth Vader. He was teaching kids road safety. You know, I read somewhere, James, that he used to do that. Patrick Stewart was also in the Toby Hooper sci-fi movie Life Force. Yes, and he has the single most passionate kiss with the film star Railsback. Mel Gibson also loves As Good as It Gets for all the anti-Semitic jokes. So fuck off, Shanatsky. Yeah, those were the days. Now new. And by the way, I was friends with the Jewish actress that was at the table when he said that. People who talk in metaphor should scrub my or shampoo my crotch. Great fucking line. Was it those are the days now. Streamlined in the past, right? They seem to be singing all kinds of old songs in this movie. Oh, classic 60s songs, early 1970s. As Good as It Gets, which Jack Nicholson is interesting as sentimental soap opera. It's a movie about a guy with a fucking mental problem. And he falls in love with some so much that he's willing to medicate and be unhappy.
That is very dedicated.
Love, man, makes you do some crazy things. New York, New York, great song. Who does crazy better? Mel Gibson? No, I still stand by Mel Gibson on that one. Because Nicholson is kind of crazy in real life. He's a little out of there, but his is so subtle that it's not like it's held back like the way Gibson does it. He holds it back, like he's controlling that lightning in a bottle.
Oh, not in this one.
They wrote the song, the best that you can do together. Christopher Cross, Burt Bacharach. Yep. Talked about that already. The best that you can do. If you ever see that movie, St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Jack Nicholson. Well, he came up from Roger Corman. Roger Corman gave him his big break. That's a great breeze frame on Gary. Oh, there's better ones. Didn't Dudley do music at Cambridge? That's not what it said. It said that he studied at Guide Hill School of Music. And then he studied at Magdalen College in Oxford. That's all it has listed. We got some interesting scores. Billy Connolly is at 57%. Craig Ferguson at 43%. Keeping an eye on the poll, guys.
Interesting.
The St. Valentine's Day Massacre is a good, fast-paced gangster film. Yes, it is. And oddly, as I recall, The shooting scene was from another movie. And Roger Corman just reused it because it fit the story, because it's what it was. He had shot it for another film and then put it in that one. I like Jack better as crazy because of memories with my dad. My dad liked him so much that he was the only person in the theater laughing his ass off. Made my mom so mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays scary in that movie. One Flew, because he doesn't come off as crazy in that. He comes off as possessed. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He's probably the only sane person in that fucking movie. In case of The Shining, Nicholson's character Jack Torrance is the textbook definition of a guy running amok. And it's not, like I said, it's not him. He's possessed. Departed. He's scary as fuck in that movie. There's no doubt about it, man. He is definitely a few beans short of a burrito, his character. The Academy Award winner that instantly put director Milos Forman in Hollywood Map is no exception. No, it's a great film. It's also a great book, but I prefer the movie over the book. The book is dark. So many good Jack movies, beginning with my first Easy Rider. I need the option. I have no idea. You said Billy Connolly? The only Doc Martin I know is the shop in Doc Martin.
Oh, the shoes, yeah.
Yeah.
They were the hot shit when I was in high school. Doc Martens. Eclair says we need a fourth option on the poll. Why is that?
It's getting close. Let me get to the last of these. My mother watches Doc Martin constantly. She's even tried the lame American version of it. I didn't know there was one, and I would not bother.
Oh, they copy everything.
Craig Ferguson was the last great late night host. Amen, James. And we heard a year ago that he was coming back, but nothing. We've heard nothing. Technically, that was 2 years ago. Tommy has Jack Nicholson in one of his rare non-speaking roles, and the movie is based on the 1969 album by The Who. I love Tommy. I love the album, not the movie, because the movie is for the most part centered on the music, not dialogue. Yep. Roger Corman had the luxury. Yep. Robin Williams that's a great fucking movie right there. You need a fourth option on your poll.
Yeah, you're not the boss of me. I want an answer to that.
You're not the boss of me, E. Clay.
I want to know why. I want to know why, because the correct answer is on the poll.
Hi, Zax. How you doing, buddy? Right, the Pass of the Overlook Hotel, Spellbinds, Jack Torrance, around. Yeah, because that's not really him. Let's see, get to the media assets and go over here and find my video for my buddy. And I guess this is it.
Well, fuck you, Cap!
Have we had any breaches yet?
No. And I'm disappointed. We got such a good new clip, and none of you bastards bothered to breach.
Yeah. Nobody's breaching. I don't get it. I consider The Shining, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and a dozen more of Nicholson's movies, legendary archetypes of cinema. Yeah, I won't argue with that. But he also would never work with Kubrick again after making The Shining. The difference between Harvey Keitel and Nicholson thanks it, Keitel says it. You're a fucking nut. I'm not going to keep doing this. Fuck you, fuckball.
Fuckball, really.
GD, I can't get the theme song Arthur out of my head now. Hey, man, earworms. It happens. It happens. All right, I'm going to end the poll. We're at 50-50. Oh, my goodness. Anma, have you voted?
Yes. Of course I have.
We're stuck.
Made me freeze for like 2 minutes to go over there and vote.
All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and end it, and then I will tell you the information. There it is. I just ended it. So we don't have.
You don't want to know who I voted for?
Who?
Ferguson. Saving Grace.
Okay, then you got it right.
Yep.
He created the character Doc Martin in the movie Saving Grace back in 2000. Actually, I shot it in '99. It got released in 2000. And then they did 2 movies. And the 2 movies proved so popular, they developed it as a series. But they changed some things for the series from
They
the
switched
movie.
him to a family doctor because he was something else originally.
A GP. No, he was a surgeon. Yeah. No, he had the problem. He had to leave surgery in London because he developed hemophobia, the fear of blood.
Yeah,
And
that's why he
faint.
turned into a family doctor out in the countryside.
A GP, a general practitioner, yeah. And it's funny as hell. And he was constantly at odds during the series of losing his license if he could not prove that he could get over his hemophobia.
Well, he eventually turned his secretary into a phlebotomist, so she could do all the blood drawing, which was brilliant.
So if you wanted to watch them in order, you would watch the movie Saving Grace. That's the introduction of Doc Martin. And then you would watch the first 2 films in order by year. And then you would watch the series, Doc Martin. And I'm telling you, it's all fun. It's all fun. The American Doc Martin is set in Maine. Who was in it, Shirley? I love the movie The Duelists. It's one of my favorite films of all time. It's number 5 on my list of favorite films of all time. And it's never leaving that position, ever. Oh, he said it too. Yeah. Harvey Keitel is so fucking good. He's so intense in that movie. And again, that final scene in that movie, you want to talk about serendipitous. That sun coming out from behind that cloud right at that moment when Keitel is looking out over that valley. Like, holy shit. What a great moment. No visual effects. That's all fucking nature just fucking with you, telling you, you think your movie's great? Watch this. So you guessed it too, Penny, that it's Craig. I'm going to look it up real quick. Doc Martin, American TV series.
I mean, we got the same thing with Ghosts. The British series was brilliant, and then they did an American version, and there were some good things, and one character that I really loved and dug, the Viking. But overall, it was just, why? Do your own thing. Don't try to copy.
The lead role, Josh Charles. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Who's Josh Charles? Oh my God, that guy? This is who they picked to play Doc Martin in the American series.
Josh Charles.
There you go. A lot of movies. Can you pop it up there for me, hon?
Of course. I was just going to ask, do you want me to do it?
Like the first thing I remember seeing him in was Dead Poet Society. Are you on? I need to know if I'm on. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you are.
This is him, this actor. He ended up on that hit TV show about the female lawyer played by Margulies. What is that show called?
We are going to do Dead Poet Society, right? For Robin Williams week. Because I love that movie.
He's in quite a few legal dramas. That's a weird show that I really liked was Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I thought that show was hilarious. The Good Wife. Here's the show I was trying to remember. Right there, this show. He was one of the lawyers on the show until, well, something happened and he was removed from the show. Yeah, if it's not Cornish, it's crap. Now, there's some trivia that I was talking to Anima about. What's his name? He was in the Oliver Twist movie back in the late 40s. The 1948 film. And the actor's name is Robert Newton. Newton is the gentleman who created the pirate way of speaking.
Oh, what you showed me yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, he did it all the way back in when he did Treasure Island for Disney. And that is how all of them talk now, because he's from Cornwall and he had the Cornish accent and he just exaggerated it. This gentleman right here, great fucking actor, man. Robert Newton. Also, he was the drinking inspiration for actor Oliver Reed. He was a drunkard. He didn't drink as an amateur. He was a pro. And it's so odd that he lived as long as he did. But the fact is he died before his 60s, as I recall. Yeah, here it is. Born 1905, died in 1956. And we can go down there if you want to look, because I do believe it was something to do with his liver. Death. Newton suffered latter part of his life from chronic alcoholism and died on 25th of March 1956 at age 50. Following a heart attack in Beverly Hills, his body was cremated. They had to be careful because it was so flammable that it might explode.
Jesus.
50
is really young, though.
Yeah, he died young because he fucking overdrank. And then he inspired fucking Oliver Reed and other actors to drink like that, party hard like that. It's like, fuck. Oh, as he got older, absolutely, he looked like Gore Vidal, just not as gay.
Yeah.
I actually checked, and it's true. No one's talked like a pirate in movies before Newton. No, I know. I actually read about that. He, by himself, created the pirate R way of talking, and it's funny because it is based on the Cornish accent. Yeah, fermented is hilarious. What's this one? Oh no, excuse me. It's called Cromwell, 1979, Cornwall. I've got the. What are you talking about, Gambit? I'm lost. Oliver Reed was pals with Keith Moon. Keith Moon also was inspired by Robert Newton's drinking. That's funny you bring that up. And yes, they were pals. Both died young. Younger than they should have. Moon killed himself, really. You can say that he died from something, but the fact is he was on a spiral. A death spiral. Or no excuse. It's Oliver Reed was. Oh yeah, I actually checked in his. Oh yeah, okay. So we're all caught up then. All right. What's this one? Keith Carradine, Southern Comfort, the single worst military movie that I love. There was nothing accurate in that film militarily, other than the fact that they had their name tags in the right place. Oliver Reed and Moon tried to slow their drinking down by sticking a glass of whiskey in the back of a tortoise, sending it back and forth. Madness, that is crazy.
That is super crazy.
That's because he has so many chemicals in his body, he can't die now. I think Robert Newton himself was old school posh British, but I think the fact is he grew up in Cornwall, and but he did move to London. But I don't know if he was posh, but he definitely hung around them. But he was a fucking drunkard. I just don't see somebody from Cornwall ever becoming posh. I like that, like Michael Caine talks about that when he got that big role. He went out for the part of the one of the soldiers in Zulu, and he didn't get the part. And the guy asks him, he says, "Can you do a posh English accent?" And he said, "Of course." He says, "I've done repertory for years." And it was kind of like saying, I came up through the crowd. Yeah, working in film and stage. So I can do any accent you want. And so he does it, and he goes, "You're hired." And that was how it happened. Assume that Jeffrey Keane was in Moonraker too. Of course, there are posh people in Cornwall. I don't know why. I just find that hard to believe. But I guess you can get posh anywhere. Yeah. I would be hard pressed to find somebody posh in places like Glasgow, but I'm sure
they're there. You just need to go to the right areas of the city.
Yeah.
Anyway, how about we wrap in time today? Because I'm really tired.
Oh man, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm wide awake. I just carried it in.
Dude, I got 3 hours of crappy sleep during the day and nothing at night. So fuck off.
Okay, let me tell you something, James. You need to just sit down and pick up the books, biographical books about those men you just mentioned there, as well as their interviews. And Richard Harris and Peter O'Toole were very close friends. They drank a lot. They also drank with Richard Burton, little Dickie Burton from Wales. And they also drank with Oliver Reed. And they also drank. In fact, Michael Caine was scared of them because Connery could keep up with them too back in the day. Connery was quite the drinker, but he chilled it out after a while. Whereas those guys, they carried on through to the 70s, 1970s. And oh my God, the fucking stories by Richard Harris and O'Toole. But to me, my favorite Richard Harris story is when he was in Ireland, because he's from Limerick, Ireland. And he had a home there with his wife and told his wife, "I'm going to pop out to the corner store for a pack of fags." And he left. And as he's going into the store, he turns and sees one of those newspaper boxes with the clear glass on it. And he sees that his favorite football team is in town. So he then gets his smokes and then goes and finds them and ends up on a jaunt with the team that, goes on tour with the team and doesn't come home for a few weeks. And then he realizes, I'm in trouble with the wife because I never told her. And so he finally makes his way to the house. He's standing in front and he notices that he can't get in the door. She's changed the locks. And she's told this story too, by the way, in an interview with his wife. So we know it's true. And she said that he finally rang the bell and waited. And she opened that door just looking at him, glaring at him. And he goes, "My God, woman, why didn't you pay the ransom?" That's a fucking funny story. This sucks when I don't have an audience live with the panel, so I can get at least one person laughing at these stories. So what's the final verdict in conspiracy? I haven't watched it since it came out. Is it worth watching? Yeah, absolutely. That's a fun movie. It's a romp, Clay. It's a romp. Funnily enough, I think that the first time I saw Newton watching a film all the way through was a failed artist in Odd Man Out. That's actually a good movie. My favorite film with him was the second time he played a pirate. He played him not too long before he died in a movie called Blackbeard. And it's got this great moment where they've kidnapped these people. They bring him to the ship, and she's expecting to see a captain she knows. And they shove her into the captain's quarters. And when she looks, she sees Newton instead of the guy that she was expecting. And he says, "Now who be you, lassie?" And she says, "Blackbeard." He goes, "No, I be Blackbeard. Who are you?" And I just laughed my ass off. That was a great fucking joke. So Zulu is a brilliant film. It's actually, and it's really funny because both films are written by the same guy, okay? Zulu and Zulu Dawn. And Zulu Dawn is actually a prequel to Zulu. It's what happened the morning of that attack at another area, okay? And it was filmed like, 10 years, over 10 years, like 15 years later. And the only difference is the writer was also the director of Zulu, but he did not direct the prequel. And Burt Lancaster is in that one. And it's still a pretty damn good movie, but nowhere near as good as the first movie. I think that first movie is brilliant. Yes, he got some stuff wrong, but I don't care. I fucking love that movie. Yeah, I'm sure Blackbeard at least partway through on TV at some point. I definitely watch this show again. Funny how Gary has caught his third wind and Anima is dying. Wind winding down. Thank you both. No, I enjoy it. I get my second wind when I'm like, my brain starts working because it was dead right at the beginning of the show. I'm sure you guys could see it. I was just like, I'm like a zombie. I'm drooling. But yeah, James Mason, another great actor. By the way, I can't remember the movie right now, but he did a noir thriller in America that is really fucking good movie. And it was done back in the 40s, and it's really fucking good, James. Anyway, you all have a great day. Rest of your evening. Don't forget, John will be doing a show today. I'm sorry Martin wasn't here, guys, but Martin had someone he's been looking forward to seeing come for a visit with his family, so that was really good. But we're going to get the hell out of here. We love you guys, and I guess I better say thank you to everybody. I'm not going to do the mirror today, although I love doing the mirror. I want to thank Gambit, Snorty, Penny, Shirley Levasseur, Slasher Fred, James Jameson, Sally Forth, B3120.
Yeah, that's his name.
That's crazy. Okay. John Ostains, D. Bud Martin, Matthew Marcello, Tim, and Helen Place, E. Clay Thomason, and our dear friend, my dear friend, Zax. We love you guys. We deeply appreciate hanging out with you. And if you didn't notice, I didn't talk much about the movie today. I just interacted with you guys because that's why I do it. I enjoy it. That's why I got my second win, because I start interacting with you guys. So you're part of the reason I got my second win. So we're going to get out of here, guys, and we will see you again mañana. What movie are we doing tomorrow? I forgot.
Monster Summer.
Ooh. I'm going to tell you right now, watch that movie tonight, guys. Watch that movie. Before we do the show tomorrow, I want to get your reactions to this movie because we love that movie. And yes, I wished it had made its money so we could get a sequel. But we're never going to get a sequel because it didn't make enough money. But that is a fun movie.
Well, it went straight to home TV. Didn't you say that?
Yeah. Well, it did a limited release and then went straight to home video because they only made $635,000 theatrically. So there you go. But anyway, we will be back tomorrow. It's a fun movie. Please watch it tonight and then join us tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Now, you hear?
Matt Damon.